That's probably why I would have liked to see more from the Mordekaiser there coming in to help, because I think in those early fights it does favor him. But yeah, I mean, at least for me, I think the Kane takes this one for player of the game.
I would probably agree, although I'm not sure. I mean, this Syndra definitely managed to get a lot early game. A couple mishaps giving away a bounty, but at the same time, like
Hello.
she came in strong. Oh, we have the first game MVP has joined us.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Michael.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're having fun. We're enjoying the games.
Yeah.
So we'll just talk about the first game first, where you were absolutely popping off. What was your team thinking in that early game? How did you manage to pull it together and bring it back, and then get so strong on that Alawi?
I was just playing patiently, playing my own lane game, and then getting the items that I needed, and then not tilting while my team was struggling a bit with the lanes that I saw in the early. And then when the team fight came about the objectives, I just did the allow things.
Just did some Alawi things.
Exactly, and give the advantage to my team so they could win the game.
We really saw you abuse that Maokai. Just didn't seem to know what to build to counter you. Would you have any tips on, what to build against Malawi to help them out in that lane?
So the thing is, Ilaoi is one of the few champions that hard counter Maokai. So the only real thing you could do is try to not push lane and just try to freeze it at your own place and build tank items such as Sunfire and Bramble, and then wait for a jungle gang. That's about it. I don't know if and poke with E maybe.
So speaking of builds, so your first game went spectacularly against the Maokai. But it was picked against you again, and this time it didn't go so hot. What do you think went wrong this game?
So I was going even with Maokai this game, but I wasn't as comfortable with Maokai, Mordekaiser as with Laoi, of course. And I think the main problem was that I wasn't very experienced with team fighting with Mordekaiser, which led to a more of a 4v5 than a 5v5.
Would you consider answering what the Dead Man's and Ninja Tabi choice was for? What was your thought process on those two items?
So I was thinking that I was going to be a frontliner for my team this game, which led me to ask, of course, Pyre about the builds that he could recommend for me, as I saw that it would be better for me to be a frontline since I'm not winning lane and I was not very experienced in team fighting. So I would rather be the one soaking damage, and then Lucas, Zach, and James could be the strongmans of the team fights, and then me and Alvaro would be the front line, which would soak up and chip them away. And then I saw that Lucian and Kane was getting ahead, so I took Tabis and Deadman's Plate. The Andres is just key, one of the core items for Mordekaiser, and I was trying to build Morelos, but I didn't get to that point.
Well, thank you very much. Does Nathan or Toby have any more questions for the first game MVP?
I think you did spectacular that first game. I just don't think you quite had the impact on that second one. But aren't you guys in Champ Select?
This is an interview, post-game interview.
You need to talk about champions.
Yeah,
There we go.
we'll let you go.
Thank you for the interview, guys.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks
Good
for
luck.
coming, Michael.
Love you. I love how they like jump in and like pull him out. Back in. What are you doing? I do have to admit, the fact that the Morgana doesn't have the same kind of name structure as the rest of the red team kind of threw me off. I'm trying to see some more consistency from them.
I think she honestly played well within the team, though. Even
Oh,
without
yeah,
that
she did.
synergy, I thought she was a true hidden hero in disrupting this Yasuo. I think it was a great pick.
It was. I think it was a really interesting team comp. I think definitely relied on them kind of getting that advantage early on and snowballing the Syndra and the Kane. because otherwise the Kayn would have just been useless that entire game.
Interesting to come to the redemption as well, though. I can't imagine it being too efficient, but maybe it did work. I mean, they already had a lot of healing reduction on the enemy team, so I was expecting like a different item maybe, but maybe that just base healing is what she wanted. Because they were very scrappy fights and oftentimes very grouped up, so maybe she got a lot of efficiency out of that.
Yeah, potentially, and I think also, you know, the role that she had was to disrupt and didn't need to rely too much on any kind of tankiness or as much damage as other potential items that you can go on Morgana. I think she had a lot of trust in her carries to do some damage, which they did.
Definitely.
So going into the third and final game, what do you think they should change? Obviously, they struggled that game. What do you think they need to change?
Personally, I think that they should drop the Olaf, pick someone with CC who can team fight, set up a team fight, like the Zac, like even Sejuani in the jungle, like something like that. It's that way they can just power farm. They can not rely on the jungle sort of early game pressure of invading. That like they seem to be struggling as a team to get those early rotations to secure those crabs to get that early vision. So I don't think they should be playing for it personally. I think go for a CC jungler, excel in skirmishes and team fights. I think that really help them out.
I think even a Fiddlesticks would be an interesting choice. Especially with that recent buffs, and I know he does pick it up.
I agree. I think the team fighting junglers are a lot better pick here. I think in any out of all of the games, the Olaf pick could have been really strong into this team. But yeah, like you said, they just didn't rotate well enough. Because even if Olaf is stronger than Kayn early on, it does require the entire team to actually help him out, securing those objectives or securing the crabs.
Yeah, I mean, we saw top lane crab. I believe it was when top lane had to back or got his flash bomb or something like that. But the Maokai, the Syndra, and the Kayn were just all at that top crab, and Olaf could do nothing. I'm not sure what he ended up doing, whether he beelined straight to the bottom crab or went for his Gromp. I don't know if he got double crab that game, but his team are really struggling to rotate. I guess it is harder for Cassiopeia early. She does run out of mana very, very quickly. But either way, they just really need to work on securing those early crabs for their jungler.
Yeah, even in the first game, although they won, they lost. I think they got the double crab again, with the Trundle kind of pulling the mind games early on and going for that top crab after the bot clear. Yeah, I think they just need to kind of have a little bit more tactical discussions around how they're going to get them, because it does just play such a huge role in these early skirmishes.
And what do you think, Nathan? What do you think, if anything, what should they change? Is it draft? Is it play styles? What would you like to see different in this next game?
I'd like to see something else. Saying the same role, maybe a stronger champion from the mid lane. Playing out these huge in these late game fights, but sort of a bit late in the game, like massive Cassiopeia ults. But it's just giving up quite a lot in these early games, especially when you're picking things like Olaf. Like not being able to join Olaf in this jungle, losing against the Kayn Syndra. I think something stronger in mid lane, like Syndra even itself, would just allow the jungler to do more. I think picking this Cassiopeia is causing the jungler some problems too.
I agree. Maybe even whip out the Kiana mid, get those early Moby boots and just roam around with the jungler securing those crabs, maybe taking camps and stuff, looking for those picks, getting that deep vision. I think that could be very strong and a nice change up in the playstyle.
So these guys play so well later in the game. Like you get past that 20-25 minutes. They're so good at team fighting, but they're just a bit too far behind, especially in this game. Kayn had just gained so much gold on them.
Looks like they're going in game.
Nice. Be interesting to see what they pick here.
I think you can see the synergy in the late game team fights. Like they did have some really nice combos with their ultimates.
Oh, we're talking about the Kiana.
There it is.
And the Aphelios as well. I like that
Echo
too.
jungle.
Very lane dominant.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of wasn't too sure about these two Yasuo picks. I think even though, you know, did get very far ahead, I think in the later game team fights with this kind of exhaust meta, it's so easy to shut them down. So I love the Aphelios pick here. I think it could be really strong. Do you see
Yeah.
a Yuumi from the other team though?
Oh, we do hate to see that. A
Kinda
double
scary.
support pick.
I will say that I think they're going to have a lot of trouble the later this game goes. NASA scales very well. Hecarim's going to get beefy, and you got to think the Yuumi and the Zilean supporting those two, not even the ADC, is going to be very hard to deal with when it comes to having a Kiana mid lane or an Echo that gets two shot by the Nasus Q. I think they're going to really
Yeah.
struggle if they fall behind early.
It's gonna be hard as well. I do think the double support is very good for shutting down the Kiana as well. It's going to be very tough for her to go in and get those picks. I mean, in most scenarios, she's going to be wanting to get on the Misfortune, but again, just putting a Yuumi on a Misfortune just makes her so tough to kill.
But it does go for a double kill if she does manage to bring it down.
That's true. That is true. I think Shen pick is interesting as well. Shen into the Nasus.
Yeah, that's
Shen's
not
quite lane dominant early on, surprisingly.
not against the Nasus though. The lifesteal is just gonna be too much. He's just gonna be ignoring him. He's got to make
Yeah.
some plays early game, or this Nasus is running away with it.
I completely agree. I'm not actually a huge fan of the Shen pick. I feel like it's sort of trying to match what they will trying to match the skirmishes that are going to be going on, but it's not going to. It's going to be outscaled. It's going to really struggle to do anything, especially the further the game goes. It's got a shield. Cool, they have a Yuumi. That's a lot of healing. You can't really match that when it comes to actual skirmishes.
Very fast as well. Fast team, hard to lock down with a taunt or even a hook actually from the Thresh.
I'd have liked to see a Darius here instead in the top lane. Just having
Was
to
Alawi banned?
execute the stacks. I think
Mhm.
Alawi still has the same problems against the Nasus. He can just
Does
sort of
she?
ignore it. Yeah, because he doesn't have to run at her or ever fight. He can just ignore her for the first 20-25 minutes of the game. Which Alawi sort of does the same thing. But by that point in the game, Nasus can just run it down top. Like they misstep or miscommunicate for a second. Nasus taking 2 towers.
I think QSS is definitely going to be necessary for the Aphelios. If he gets withered once later, he is just doomed. Even with the Zilean speed, I mean, they're going to be so mobile.
But the Ignite Hecarim as well against the Echo might look for some early aggression. Again, it's going to be really tough for them to secure those early Scuttle Crabs. I think the Kiana does have the advantage over the Zilean, obviously, especially with the Ignite. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what kind of routes they go down, what they try and pull off here.
I'd like to see if Kiana can't get anything mid, I want to see, maybe even an early Tiamat, early Mobies, keep roaming, keep applying pressure everywhere, and don't let this Cillian join. If he's roaming down to try and match, he's just going to die. You can't face check a Kiana, so I think he really needs to abuse that, be all over the map, apply pressure. Don't go to the Nessus, though. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, I see a lot of focus, similar to last game, a lot of focus coming in for the mid and the bot. I mean, out of all of the lanes for the red side to try and focus on, it would be the bot lane. But in the same vein, I think a roam from the Kiana and a gank from the Echo could be quite good against the Yuumi Misfortune because although they have the speed, the mobility isn't there, and they do have quite a lot of hard CC for them. Nice sorting of the scoreboards there.
Yeah, I wish these guys would queue up in roll order. Trying to work out which one's the support this game. And there's Zilean there for a second.
Yuumi starting with a pink ward, placing it early. Very interesting strategy there.
I like it. Certainly, if Echo tries to invade into the spot side now, he's going to run straight into that.
Could also be pretty dangerous. I mean, Echo loses quite a lot of health early on in the jungle. He is a very strong skirmisher, but not the greatest clear.
Yeah, this early game from Echo is really rough, but he does scale into it nicely, very quickly. But Hecarim
Nice
with their recent
trade.
buffs.
Some nice trades coming out from bot and top lane. I think this is a very favorable matchup for a blue side in the bot lane because Thresh has such an easy time just walking up, flaying, has the presence of the hook. He never needs to throw it unless it's guaranteed. Just sitting there, and there's just so much threat.
As soon
See-
as that,
see, I
oh,
think this might be a kill here.
no, flash
No.
early from Nasus.
So I do feel like I think the Shen does have a very strong early skirmish. I think usually people underestimate the damage he gets from those empowered autos and the grasp.
I think maybe even going for an early Blade of the Ruined King here, just to try and keep the Nasus in check for as long as possible.
Yeah, I think the Shen will be able to dominate this early. I think that's probably what he'll want to do.
Oof.
Nice engage here.
Oh, the aggression coming in from mid lane.
Beautiful.
Just nothing Zilly can do about it. Just takes all
Let's
that
be
damage.
careful. Got
That's
the
what I
Oh,
mean.
AI
a
advantage.
great hook. I think that at least someone's going here.
That's a flash. Couldn't quite
That's
get
a
the
kill.
kill out.
And he goes down. Solo kill from
Beautiful.
Zach on the mid lane.
An early kill mid lane on a Kiana. That is not looking good for red side. He is going to run away with that kill.
This is just what we were talking about, you know, when he's on that Cassiopeia and he's playing these losing matchups. But look what happens when he's on this winning matchup. He's already getting them solo kills back. He's going to be able to make them players earlier in the game. It's going to go much better for them.
Definitely. I mean, everyone knows how it feels to play a losing matchup in lane. Even if it helps the team, it does not feel good to not be on that comfort pick that you can just run away with the game early.
Oh, hook onto
Another
the
great
Yumi
hook.
and the Echo
Echo
coming
is
in.
here.
Coming in a
Straight
big
into the stun. No flash
No
from
flash
MF.
from MF.
But can they do enough damage? They just
Ooh,
can't.
just missed the flay. I think if that flay hit, that might have potentially been a kill. But again, really nice early pressure here from the bot side. I think it's exactly what they're going to be trying to do to shut this lane down. Hecarim is floating top side.
Yeah, he will get them jungle camps there.
We might look for something.
Maybe
something
not. He
top.
just got a ward.
Okay.
He's a bit scared. The Yumi is actually very low mana here. She can't spam heals here. If he lands a hook or maybe just forces an engage, they might have a kill. They don't have the heal or the flash on Misfortune.
Looks like they're thinking about it.
I think maybe their chance is gone now. The waves come back.
But look, like 2 auto attacks into that wave. Oh, it's Kiana.
Yes.
He's got the early dirk. Like it's yeah,
This
so much
Zillion is so
pressure.
tough.
But he
Zillion's
can't
gonna have
just
to
sit
rush
there.
arm guard.
Ooh,
Great
Shen
stacking
going
up
in.
for
It's a max range
Shen
taunt.
up there.
Can I
More
get
early
in?
Another
aggression.
kill?
Ooh. Oh, very
Wow.
nice, Aphelios
Still
player.
bot lane set up by a very nice hook, but the Hecarim's coming in here with the smite.
Oh, what
Exhaust
a
from Shen.
flash!
What a flash!
Don't even think the exhaust was necessary, but great flash.
This is going very well for blue side. Using their winning lanes really nicely, super aggressive. Not letting them get anything from this.
Oh,
100%, and the
beautifully
Zillion dude comes
executed.
in. Just so greedy for that CS. He was getting zoned off with the presence of Kiana, and she is just running away with this lane. He
Just
is going to be
another
denied
wave.
another cannon wave after this. He already used his TP after he died. It's not looking good for him.
Yeah, I really like this from Zach, and I think we'll probably will see the early roams coming in now. As soon as Zillion starts to just become worth nothing.
He's going to lose this cannon. Hecarim's going to get the XP, but just so far behind now.
20 CS up at 6 minutes. That is absolutely huge. Around 15, 16 CS, I think around that is about a kill's worth. So
How scared he's playing.
realistically, he's incredibly behind right now. And
It's a 2-level difference, all up already. Could straight be into another kill. 20 CS lead in the top lane too. That is not what I'd have expected.
Again,
Oh,
I think that this Shen really does get underestimated in these early skirmishes. Obviously, as it gets later on, he's going to have nowhere near the same impact. But you know, if they've gone for this very aggressive playstyle, I think having this Shen being able to just bully the Nasus and then ult across the map could be really good for them.
you know, the Hecarim has to recall here. I'd like to see Shen play more.
Oh, the ult going down.
No,
And the
in.
ignite,
Another
yeah,
kill?
it's going down. Out of the tower.
Very
all
nicely
this, and he
done.
hasn't even backed for so long. He's sitting on a lot of gold. As I was saying, I'd like the Shen to move in, maybe get a ward on the Krugs or around the red buff area, get some deep vision for his team while he has so much presence. He has his taunt to get away safely for the most part.
Now thinking about that Cassio from last game that he pulled off, like imagine that with 3-0 Kiana lead this early in the game.
Mhm.
That would have been a wipe.
Double CS coming in from mid lane.
This is an easy dragon here as well.
Definitely.
It really
If
pressing their
Hecarim comes
leads.
in, he just dies. I don't think he gets anywhere near.
Well, the Kiana isn't there just yet. I
Don't
they
think
know
they
that.
quite know that though.
No. Very nicely done.
The Umbral Glaive Rush coming in from Kiana, I really like that.
Yes, deny some vision.
They will be running just empty. I mean, she is going to be rotating. She's going to be roaming, just destroying all vision.
Interesting buy here with the Bramble Vest from Shen. Would have liked to see. Oh, that's a nice hook there. This could be a kill.
Yeah, the Ignite's already come down, they won't be healing much. MF still
Nice
a
return
strong
damage
laner.
there.
Yeah,
Healing the
I think this
exhaust to
might be
flash
a
in.
kill.
Ooh,
Nice. Just going
Wow.
great on Felios there. Some
More fighting
skirmishing
the
in the
top lane.
lane coming up.
Oof. Yeah, I think the Bramble Vest here is a pretty bad pickup. I think, again, Shen in these early fights can be really dominant. So I would have liked to see maybe a Tiamat or even kind of starting to buy into some more damage. But, you know, I guess if he's going to go full tank, he'll be okay because he does have an Aphelios, Kiana, Echo, Cord.
he is going to want that wave clear though for Nasus. So he can push that wave in quick, then TP. Stop this
Yeah.
Nasus from getting as much.
I think a Titanic Rush would be really strong here against the Nasus, just completely bully him out of lane. But yeah, obviously not.
Phillies gave up
'Cause
quite
he's-
a bit here.
He
From doing
does,
that.
because you can see here he just starts to lose these trades as the Nasus starts to stack up. Would
Interesting
like
to
to
see
see.
what build the Misfortune is going right now.
It's looking like a death dance.
Hmm. Which is very interesting. Maybe trying to stagger the damage so the healing lasts, makes more of an impact.
But Executioner already picked up from Aphelios. If she does go for that, she's going to be in some trouble.
Yeah, probably not the smartest advice.
I'm
Interesting
not
to
sure.
see.
I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think Kiana, burst damage, Echo's burst, like it does help against those two. And with the staggered damage, it gives us more time to attack and get heals from Yumi. Fight going on the
Right.
top lane.
Nice.
Yeah, that's just a good
we
pickup from the
go.
jungler there.
Yeah,
It's smart
that's
to
what
move
actually what I was
here.
about to say. I was going to say like they need to put some pressure on this Nasus top because they can't just let him free farm, and it's such a nice pick with the Shen Echo combo.
Is that a flash
Is
from
that-
Kiana?
Was a flash
It looks like
wasted
a
in the mid lane
bit of
there.
a misclick
Looks like a
there.
misclick, yeah,
We've all done it. We've all done it.
we've all been there. I like
Yeah,
the
Hecarim
straight
might be
into
coming in here.
Herald. Very strong pickup.
Yep, very smart. Knows the Hecarim spot side now.
Yeah, jungler making some serious moves this game, getting all the objectives.
I think playing around the team's strength quite nicely. Again, knowing that the Nasus is such an easy pickup, especially without his ult top. Going in for the Herald as well. I think Herald is such a fantastic objective if you're trying to push a lead.
Especially early. If you can get that down, make use of it for the turret plate still being up. Very, very
Looking at this
strong.
mid lane. He just quite can't catch it with that movement speed buff.
So
Getting him
close.
down there would have at least been 2 towers. Oh, it still might be.
Gets
Forcing the
the
Zillion
ult.
That's Zillion. I mean,
Almost.
that's pretty big in this situation.
Zillion needs to back off here. He could very easily
Got
get
the
killed.
Shen come down.
A pretty smart Shen ult there coming in. I think personally. I mean, Hecarim was waiting there as well.
The Herald down in mid lane too. Just don't want to lose anything for it. Just take that free gold.
If they can get that mid tower, this Kiana can just run free all over the place. Get Moby
Yep.
boots. Just keep roaming bot lane. Keep putting that pressure. Don't let her farm up for free.
Just that
I really
plus
like that.
330 gold on each of them right there. So another kill worth of gold.
That's really
Absolutely
nice.
good.
Even for them just to pressure that mid lane to get that Herald's plates was really good.
And Shen already back up there with that TP. Barely even realised he'd gone.
He's got Sunfire Cape. Sorry, Bami Cinder now as well.
Is that Nasus TC there?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, he's just checking his Facebook.
Checking to see that his team's feeding.
Seeing that scoreboard.
So,
What's
wait,
happening mid lane?
Yeah, called it. The Moby Boots and the Tiamat
Yep.
coming in from the Kiana. She just wants to push and roam. Just continuously
Glaive.
bot lane.
Oh man, this is going to be really tough.
Haven't seen him move much yet, but I think that's just
Ooh.
about to start kicking off.
Nice trade there from Michael
Woo.
doing some nice Gendrix. You see he presses W down, he baits in the Nasus to attack him, and then taunts away. And I think by doing that, by waiting for them to attack, you actually get some minion damage as well onto the laner. So really nice little mechanics there from Michael. Obviously knows his champion quite well.
I think I need to eat my hat about what I said about this Shen pick early.
Yeah, man. Everyone forgets about how tough Shen is early game. He's a
Still a
monster.
bit worrying though. I mean, their team is very hard to deal with the later it goes. I do worry that they can't. They're punishing well right now, but they need to keep doing. They need to keep pushing the limits. Get that deep ward. Those deep wards in the jungle. I mean, they cannot let them just scale for free now. They need to keep pressing their lead.
So I think this is really good here. Oh, the Hecarim does come in though.
And Zillion going top lane. Now if they head bot and get a dive off, maybe with 4 of them. Oh, it's a good hook.
Nice hook.
Nice hook.
Yumi is separated now.
Ooh.
That is a big ultimate.
Nice flash coming in from Misfortune there. Both sums used though.
So fast.
Fucking
So
away.
hard for them to get picked. Oh, the Zillion though.
Just miss the
Nice
ult, but I don't
dodge.
think he needs it.
Zillion does have his ult up, so if he can get into range here.
No kill. Not quite with the
has
the ultimate from
overstep
Brilliant
there.
coming in.
Hecarim in all the right places here.
A nice juke on the bomb, but it's just not quite enough. I feel like he definitely should have been playing towards bot side there. Maybe just claiming a bit more vision.
If he'd been in there on that bot side, he could have definitely rotated through that jungle and caught the MF after the flash. But instead he opted to go top lane. Shot's very good choice there. But he still has a big lead. I'm sure he'll still be trying to make some extra plays.
Definitely. This team, I feel like they're not necessarily on a time limit, but it does get harder and harder as they start to scale. I mean, this Yumi is going to pick up a Fiend's first time she can. That is going to make the healing a big problem. I mean, Execution has helped somewhat. The Grievous Wounds is only a 40% reduction in healing, and it's not the be all end all.
Yeah, I think it is a bit of a ticking time bomb. I also think that the fact that they did go Zillion means that even though he's getting shut down, he's still just going to have that utility potential, right? He just ults whoever is getting assassinated by the Kiana or the Echo. So even though he's quite far behind and probably won't be like pumping out as much damage with his bombs, he still can be quite annoying.
100%.
So Hecarim as well has been power farming quite well. He's got himself 2 kills. He's got the jungle item completed into Tabby. So I think he's going to be quite strong coming into these fights as well. He does have the ignite combo, so it'll be interesting to see what he tries to pull off now. He's a little bit further ahead.
Oh, just misses the ult.
TP does come in
And
though.
they're out again. But a great lantern should be able to get away here.
Nice.
A
Good
fantastic
though. I think I
lantern.
like that.
Got the teleport coming in.
Looking for that aggression though, which I think is the right thing to do here.
This MF playing super well to get out of everything at the moment there.
It's just Yumi MF so fast.
Extremely, especially when that Yumi heal comes in, even more movement speed for MF when she's already got the W passive.
I mean, all they need is a Rammus, right? And this is like the speediest team in the game. Yumi, Misfortune, Zillion, and a Hecarim. My god.
Oh, Gravitum just missing. Oh!
Oh, it comes
Beautiful
in.
combo.
The Yumi ditches. She wants out, but she can't get it.
Did that Gravitum
Very
hit?
nice.
I think it did. I think it was just the edge. Maybe Spectator made it look a little bit different, but Hecarim maybe getting caught here.
It's overextended. There's no
Does
way
have
he
his
gets out of
ultimate.
this. But the
Get the hook.
Gravitum just constantly slowing. Echo just misses.
Yeah.
Are they going to go for the
Nice
dive?
work to dodge that.
Nice.
Echo.
Running off.
Yeah,
a
Hecarim's
bit
very
more
good at
vision.
that, almost dying and then just running away.
This is exactly what I wanted to see, though. This vision in their jungle. They have information on wherever Hecarim will be. The Pink Ward's coming in strong. That's what they need to keep doing. They need to keep up the pressure. Don't let him power farm.
Exactly.
This pink ward has somehow managed to sneak all its way down here.
Hmm.
Yeah, interesting. The Kiana, who's playing very aggressively as well, does take quite a lot of damage there. I think the Zilean's starting to land some of these bombs.
Yeah,
But
Hecarim's
again, I
running
think
there,
you're
looking
right.
for him. I think.
Nope.
Nah,
She gets up.
just having no vision in this jungle from Red's side, opting some vision in the enemy jungle instead, despite it all being played in theirs.
Sammath definitely very vulnerable. Oh,
Ooh.
a kill in the top lane coming
Wow.
out. That isn't good.
Yeah, just finally hit that point.
Even before the Trinity Force from Nasus, he manages the solo kill. The scaling has
How
really
many? Can
begun
we
now.
see how many stacks he's on at the moment?
363.
363.
Not
He's
that
getting bigger.
amazing.
Fairly well
No.
considering how much he was getting pressured by Shen. Now it should become a lot easier for him to get those stacks. Dragon is up here.
Shen
Dragon
will
is up.
have ult TP as soon as he's up. Oh, Yuumi down before he'd even get into someone.
Wow.
What a misplay from Yuumi getting caught out like that.
That instant CC from Aphelios just giving so many options.
Still trying to fight it though. They still want this fight. Hecarim trying to run displacement.
That
Zilean
is
ult coming
Zilean
in
ult
on
down.
Hecarim.
Eki just running all over MF. Without Yuumi, she just has nowhere to go. Oh, great flash from Aphelios. Running it. Oh,
That's
well
what they
played.
Very nice.
should just get the dragon, and maybe if they're fast, they can run over to the Herald straight away. They have time to pick that up.
Both objectives again. 3 Drates looking for that soul.
Really great,
Not
really
good.
great like rotations and objective control by Echo this game.
Yeah, he's been I think playing really nicely around the Kiana in the bot lane, just allowing him to control these. I think the Hecarim as well just hasn't been able to match that. And yeah, I think they're in an amazing spot here. I mean, they've got Soul Point coming up. They're using their lead really nicely, hitting some big power spikes.
This
The
They
only
are
Klaus.
on a ward here.
Ooh.
Yeah, Zilean messes it up, unfortunately.
But straight out with the lantern.
I think the way this game's going, we're not going to see a late game. You know, if they get Soul and they keep pushing these objectives, I mean, look at Zilean's items. He is so far behind. It's going to take a long time for him to get back into this.
Yeah, if these people
Right.
keep itemizing armor and this Zilean's still shut down, there's just not enough of it coming in to shut them down.
I'm getting deja vu from the Maokai on the Zilean, just building components of everything. The arm guard coming in is very cost efficient early. Wanted the lost chapter after that, but hasn't managed to finish anything yet.
Looks like he's going for the hex deck.
Yeah,
But already so much movement speed. Do they really need that?
maybe just wants to shut down that Kiana.
Ooh.
Oh, the ult whiffing.
I think it did just clip Hecarim there.
Yeah, but the Yuumi coming in.
It was very, very close, but all in all, he was in a bad spot. He got caught there. I don't think they managed to get anything off it, so worst case, it's not too bad. Interesting
Baron
last
is
whisper
now
coming
up.
from Kiana here.
Yeah, that is an interesting
Not
die.
sure on that one.
I think he wants the healing reduction, but he's just opted for the last whisper. I don't agree with that.
I think
I
just
am
going for
close
that
there.
damage and going for the one hits. I think he still can do that to the MF, even with Yuumi on him.
This Nasus just able to ignore the Shen for the most part here and just get stacks a lot easier right now. He takes a lot of damage at first, but that Shen, the 3 autos. After that, he's, extended fights, he's not going to really have any trouble, especially with that Trinity Force coming in.
That's just wasting ult there. It's getting absolutely nothing with it. But yeah, sat there waiting.
It's been very tough to make any plays into this bot lane. I think they've played really well. The Aphelios and the Thresh, pushing up when they can and then pulling away when they don't think it's safe. And this really is just a wet noodle fight. Although it does always end up in the favor of the Nasus when it gets to this point, because he'll just lifesteal back up.
Especially with him not picking up a Tiamat. He just can't push his waves back. The second he TPs away, Nasus is taking that tower.
Could be a pick
Does
here on
Canada have
Sakura.
enough damage here?
He's going for it. He
almost
manages to
straight
get
away.
the
Yumi
Hecarim
is
off.
behind. Flank from Echo.
We're trying to come
doing
in
big
here. Got
damage.
the Misfortune Flash. He can just ult out.
I think
I
Shen
think
ulted
this
the
is
wrong
good.
person. Oh! Oh, very nice.
Beautifully done.
Can't quite manage to clean up.
So Nasus
Yumi
is
there.
coming in.
Nice W from the Shen there.
Really nice W. Kiana just delaying here, seeing what she can do.
Hook on the Zillion, but I think he's still got it all up.
To shut down onto the Kiana.
A little bit late. I don't know if it was up straight away.
Oof, this Nasus Yumi is kind of scary.
This is what I mean. The ticking time bomb. Shen going back in. A nice
Oh.
stopwatch.
They just need to leave this. It's Yumi and Nasus. They have nobody left to deal with him.
Overall, not ideal in some regards, but they still come out on top. Trading gold isn't really what they want, being this far ahead. It just gives them a way to stay in the game before they, even scale. I think they're just wanting to play around this dragon coming up now, the soul.
Yeah, I agree. I think you want to keep them from getting these little spikes. I think we just saw that the Nasus is going to become quite unkillable. I mean, the Echo does do quite a good job at shredding tanks, but he's so squishy with this kind of item build. He needs to be really careful.
But if Nasus doesn't join this fight, they get the soul for free. There's no way that they can 4v4.
Yeah, but the Umbral
just-
Glaive coming in, they just deny all vision.
Just want to get this down as quickly as possible. They may be able to burst it.
Maybe they'll melt it.
That's just coming in with Yumi.
Oh, good catch
Nice,
from
good.
Zillion.
That's going to be
Oh,
Zillion.
it's out of the way. It's a good
Yeah,
Kiana ult, but he
uh,
goes down straight away.
They're running pretty good interference. The Nasus is just going to run havoc in this fight. I don't think they can deal with him. Yumi ult coming in.
Oh, Dragon's still up. Good hook. Oh, big
Oh,
Aphelios damage.
Aphelios.
I think that's
He
That's
just
the
doesn't go
flash
down.
away.
Wait,
Killed him
Echo's
with
still in the
Dragon
back
Knight.
lane. Oh! So close on that hook.
Really nice flank by Echo there, and the return damage from Aphelios. Thresh just landing hooks left and right. Really impressive.
I think they forgot. I mean, the Echo was just in the back. I think he went in, ulted away, and then just kind of was chilling. And I think they forgot about him. So really nicely done there to jump back into the fight. I mean, as bad as the Nasus is, they do have such good peel with the Thresh, able to kind of kite him away from the Aphelios, but quite a messy fight there. I think considering the leads that blue side do have, I think they need to be quite careful in some of these team fights. Because like you said, Tom, the later this goes, the tougher it's going to be to take them down. But really nicely done.
In the end, I think just denying that soul from the enemy team is the biggest thing. If they start getting those cooldown reduction cloud dragons, and on top of that, the off chance they ended up getting the soul somehow, it would just be absolutely massive for that team. The speed buff coming in, but denying that is really good.
Yeah, and I think also in terms of a ticking time bomb, the Aphelios does also scale incredibly well and just becomes like a complete monster late game.
As
So
we just saw, it's definitely
Exactly.
showing how much damage you can put out already at two
it's a
items.
crazy champion. I think, especially the way that the bot lane's been playing in these fights. I think if they don't get picked out, then it's going to be really hard for the red team to win these.
Trying to get a catch
Ooh,
on
that's
Shen.
really top.
Just going to dash away. Wither's already out of the way.
Does have the Tiamat now.
Smart choice. Can match
Finally.
the push a little bit.
What are they going to do? They're going to try and go for the inside route, or push mid lane?
They
Just
don't
push
have a
mid
wave though. I really don't think there's anything they can do. Oh wait, they do. It's already at
Yeah.
tower. My
The
mistake.
TP from
This is
Zillion,
Zillion
early.
TP. They're looking for a pick here.
That's split though. I don't
Oh,
know
and the
about
Shen
this.
ult? It's not a good Echo Stone. They needed to get on that MF. Oh, the ult back?
Big Echo
Oh,
ult coming
big
in.
play.
Zillion
Fellas
lands a
finally
nice
arrives.
combo.
Oh,
Aphelios
my
can't
God.
quite
Aphelios
finish
does
the
go down.
Nasus. Just remnants left, but they just
I think
can't
the
bring
Echo
him
needs to be
down.
careful here.
Ooh,
Kiana going in, but
Wow.
There was a 1k
It's
shut down there somewhere.
Onto
Yeah.
the Echo, I think.
The Aphelios gave away a 450 bounty.
The Echo did have a bounty. It doesn't appear in chat, but 7-0 and 9. I believe that was the 1k.
Yeah, that would have been a big bounty. Onto the Nasus as well.
That's absolutely huge for Red Team. They didn't even lose the tower for it. Trading gold like that, like I said earlier, is not good, but the bounties they just got may just be enough to start turning these fights.
Yeah, they definitely should not have carried on with that that Nasus there. They did okay at the start, and then it's got a little greedy in the end.
I think we're seeing here as well. It's a shame, obviously, the Qiyana going 3-0 is now 4-6. I think this Zilean pick is starting to pay off a little bit just because of how annoying the Zilean can be against such kind of a burst-based assassin, being able to, ult target, CC. I think it's just becoming really tough for the Qiyana to make as much impact. Although she does have, just like the Cassiopeia, the potential.
Oh, she
for
does
some
find the
amazing
catch on the
ult
MF
pick.
here. Oh, she holds for the
Flash
flash.
coming in.
Beautiful.
And there it just
Very
shows
well
just how much
played.
damage she can do.
That's
And
what we
she
want to see.
finally finds these alone kills. And straight on that
Baron
Baron
call.
too. They're in a good spot. They're coming from both angles though. I think they need to just take the fight.
The counter isn't there.
Oh, straight
Oh,
onto the
that's a big
Aphelios. He
hit.
just has nowhere to go.
Oh dear.
They got completely separated. I think that was a little premature starting that Baron there. I mean, they can just get hard engaged on. They don't have any way to stop that. The Qiyana was not with
Just
them. They
pushing.
just had to pick. Maybe they're just trying to delay these backs here. But they have no pressure of the Baron now that Aphelios is down. They just do it too slowly.
Yeah, they're starting to
both
lose a
ADCs
bit of
dying there.
tempo here. As they start
Yeah.
scaling up on this Nasus.
It's very good though for the Qiyana to get that pick. Yeah, potentially maybe going for Baron straight away wasn't the right call.
We're waiting for a few members to go try and kill Qiyana first. They've been wiser.
Or at the very least, just take that time, deny all vision, force them to walk up. If no one goes for Qiyana, she just keeps pushing.
Still
At the
pushing
very
in the
least,
bot
you
lane.
can force a TP out of Nasus.
Straight back on the Baron here. With Qiyana's pressure, they're all going to be around there.
They have vision advantage here. I mean, there's
I think
no
they
vision
should-
on the Baron pit. I think they'll be going there.
I think they're a bit late now. But it's a good
Nasus does have
hook.
TP.
Nobody's around for a while.
So
Very
quick.
fast, sir. Oh, very good to
Zilean
back
ult
off.
gets
The Zillion ult, but
Oh
Qiyana
my
gets a flank
god,
from Yumi.
Qiyana! That's
There goes
worth.
Yumi.
Even if he goes down here, that is so huge.
Channel
Survived.
maybe keeping him alive here.
She lives! She
Oh my
lives!
Maybe
See
a
what they can do with this.
game-changing catch there.
This Qiyana just so smart with her late game players. Just finding all the things she needs. Echo just going deep. Securing that tower
Be
for
careful
free.
there. It was very nice to get the pick onto the Zilean to actually make him blow his ultimate, not even use it, and then allowing the Qiyana just to go in and blow up the Yumi. Really nicely done.
May just want to rush this Elder here, but I mean, Nasus is up. Yumi's spawned.
But she's going to be a while. She doesn't have boots, so she's going to take a while to get here.
Nickeroom will be able to get there quite quickly, but they.
But
yeah,
Emma's
they're
not
just-
even moving. This is free. And Baron
Free?
too.
I think they go straight Baron after this. Maybe reset first.
This Qiyana play, huge. I mean, it all did start with that Thresh hook there. Not to forget it.
Yeah, the Thresh hook onto the Zilean, blowing the ult, allowed that to happen. I think that's the exact kind of picks they want to get, because I feel like they're starting to realize that these 5v5 team fights are so 50-50, so if they can get these really nice picks, it makes it so much easier for them.
Yeah,
Playing a much
definitely-
better vision game.
Definitely cannot underestimate this Thresh usefulness. In all of these games, he's been popping off. They're
Hey.
going for
Guys,
the
leave,
Baron
leave,
now.
leave.
We're not done. All right, going for the Baron play here. Fucking
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
going for the Baron play. I think it's free. I really don't think they can contest. I mean, they have Elder anyway.
It's crazy how one player can make such a difference in a game. So they're forcing well. With that mid inhib already been down, they do have that extra pressure in the other lane as well. And
Yeah.
next to no wave clear on the side of red.
None at all. I mean, the only thing coming in would be a Zilean, but they've just got such amazing siege here.
Zilean just been so behind all game. Just not bringing out the damage that they would need.
Yeah, getting picks.
He is their primary only AP damage as well.
Oh, that is a big ultimate coming down.
With the Elder too, it's ticking away on them for that extra bit.
They can just keep pushing here for free.
Yeah, double cannon. Just take this tower. You just chill out. Let them do the work.
No
So
rush.
hard for the Nasus as well now to do anything now that they've got this Elder, because he can't play as risky. He can't try and lifesteal off from the health because he knows he'll just get blown up.
I think this game's over. There's no chance to contest the Baron and Elder team. They're just too strong.
They're not even going
Let
to
alone
try and
already
fight.
being ahead by 9,000 gold.
Oh, Hecarim's going for it. He sort of has to here, right on the Aphelios, but it's not able to bring him down. Stopwatch been picked up.
The team just can't catch up with Hecarim. He went too deep, but it was a final ditch effort. A really good showing coming out from Blue Team. Really solid from all the players in this team.
Yeah, what a play to turn that game. They just hit the point where they started out scaling, and then they go and pull out a play like that.
Really nicely done. What a good
Who
game.
would
Nice
be the
executed.
MVP, in your opinions?
It would just have to be the Kiana for that player.
Yeah, I think the Kiana made some amazing plays early on to get the early lead, and then just snowballed that. And even though she went a little bit behind in the mid game, she still turned it around and popped off.
I would agree. I do think the Aphelios, though, came in so big with those team fights. Really good team fighting potential. One or two
Thresh as
times
well.
he was a bit out of position, but him and that Thresh were just on point with all that damage output and just interference. Really, really impressive.
The Thresh did get that incredible pick on the Zilean as well, which led to that Kiana play. So, yeah,
I think it was just well communicated by all of them there. I feel like they knew what they wanted. And then even Echo's just objective control. They took everything. They had Soul, they had Baron, they had Elder Dragon. Hecarim just couldn't
I
get
think
anything.
in every lane, pretty much the entire game, and in the jungle, just slowly built up this amazing lead. And yeah,
100%. And it's exactly what I wanted to see from the Kiana. I wanted to see the early Mobies, the early Tiamat, push in, roam, get the vision, and they did. They really did get the vision in the jungle. They had a lot of information on Hecarim, which we didn't necessarily see in the other games. So really nice coming in from this team.